Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario Sticker Star. In the last episode, we did some unimportant things like getting the Megaflash Infinity Jump again, and doing the sound test, and the enemy database thing, which is really annoying and silly because they screwed it up. However, in this episode, we do something awesome. We take on Bowser without using any of his weaknesses, or using Kersti, or anything else, and it's going to be one hell of a ride. So here's the inventory I have, very important. Definitely want some big shiny 1-ups, definitely want about 6 infinity jumps. I have more on the other page. You want about 30 shiny iron jumps. And you want them spaced out across your pages as well pretty decently. So you'll be seeing more of these around here. There's a reason for this that we'll get into towards the end of the fight. More infinity jumps, we have a lot of flashy hammers. They will be our main source of damage to him because they're easy to get and cheap. Flashy slap hammers are also really great. POW blocks are very important throughout this fight as well, and then just some AoE things that we can use. Some super shiny boots are nice as well, because sometimes you'll get an opportunity to use some massive damage. And all around, you know, super shiny boots are a pretty good item anyway, against a spiked foe. So, that's kind of the basic game plan. We'll go more into the details as to how I use all these stickers, obviously, during the fight. It's a long fight. To do the final stage without using Kersti is pretty difficult. There is a trick, though, to get around that. There's a few certain aspects to use. In general, we're going to be abusing the POW block and the battle spinner quite a lot, as we have done in the past, so expect a lot of that. But yeah, the final fight, we're going to have to kind of abuse a certain mechanic of that fight to make it work. It's doable. I have done it. It's not even that terrible if you know what you're doing, but it's an interesting fight, and I am looking forward to showing up. I like doing challenge sort of extras like this. Whenever I have an opportunity to sort of do something a bit unconventionally and have a good time doing it, I always like to do that. It's fun to show up. It's fun to sort of challenge myself and push myself as a gamer. Yeah, I hate myself when it takes forever and several recordings to do it right, but still, it's a lot of fun. So that's one of the fun things about LPing, is it lets me kind of push the boundaries a bit, and that's what this episode is going to be kind of about. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Lots of boring plot to go through that I could care less about. Isn't that exciting? It's Princess Peach, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Oh no, it's plot. Oh no, it's Bowser. Like, we didn't see this coming. Yeah, we'll quickly skip through all this text. Unfortunately, I don't really have much of a skip option, so we'll just slowly get this introduction to Bowser, because they don't introduce him to the final level, which is just silly. But we'll get to this battle of battles soon enough. It's exciting. It's epic. And well, it's gonna be it's an interesting. You'll see my strategies basically. We'll just go with that. So. The first phase of this fight and the last the whole first part is definitely just don't take as much damage, and hopefully you can catch some lucky breaks of POW blocks and stuff. POW blocks will be especially important during these first couple phases. So this phase about using tape is really annoying. There's also the stapler. The stapler is another option you can use for this one, by the way, in case you don't have the tape. Anyway, we're gonna do this battle spinner. I've gotten pretty decent, hopefully getting 3 in a row without using the coin option. So let's see if I can pull it off here. Awesome! This is how you start the fight off. Perfect. So, crumple, 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 crumple. Oh, we even got the crumpled first turn. No way. Oh, that's awesome. So what we can do here is boomerang to kill all the enemies. Boomerangs are great for this. And because he's crumpled, by the way, actually, you know what? I am really curious about something. If he's crumpled, can I jump on him? I do believe the answer is yes, but let's quickly check that out, because I should be able to kill all the enemies with the boomerang here. I'm hoping. Otherwise, we'll flashy slap hammer. So, boomerang! Oh, it didn't actually kill everything off. Well, that's annoying. I thought I'd be able to kill off the fire bro, but unfortunately I didn't. That being said, we're still going to do a ton of damage here, so boom! That's always good to see. I'm pretty sure you can jump on them when he's crumpled. I'm pretty sure when they're crumpled, they don't actually count as spike anymore. But I can't really confirm that now. Oh well. So we'll flashy hammer. Just do some damage. Now the thing is that you notice, by the way, if you crumple him, which is why using POW blocks is a great idea in this phase, is he won't summon the enemies if you have another Flashy Mushroom, that's actually really good. Been actually already through this first phase. But if you actually get crumpled status, he won't summon new enemies that turn. Which is perfect, because that means you can do even more direct damage to him. Otherwise, doing stuff like using Ice Flowers to kill the 2 ground enemies, or a Flashy Shell especially will kill the 2 ground enemies, and then killing the, and then doing a Flashy Hammer, will allow you to bypass the flying enemy, because the second attack will go to Bowser, not the flying enemy, if you can kill the other 2 behind it. So, that's an option. Now, I could have brought a bunch of, Hop Slippers to get through this guy really fast. I'll admit that that could have been a good option. But we're just going to Infinity Jump, because I think it's the best way to go here. So... I screwed it up, whatever. Really, it's most important to get the triple during that first phase, especially to get the stun off, so that is fine with me. This phase isn't as vital. So we'll Flashy Infinity Jump, and then we will Flashy Hammer, and get through this thwomp pretty fast here. So the important thing to note is, or what I'm trying to say, I don't actually know what I was going to say there. I'm too busy trying to focus on not screwing this up because it's really vital. But yeah, like I said, Hammer's going to be a main source of damage here for the most part when we're attacking Bowser. If we can get using a Super Jump and Infinity Jump on Bowser is an option you can do, but I don't think it's worth it personally. Just because if you can get a crippled status and use the Super Boot and then combo it with like a Clone Jump or a Flash Jump, you can do a lot of damage anyway. So I kind of like to save my Super Boots for like these super epic like quadruple damage attacks, because they will just devastate like 200 points of his health in like one turn, because you're never going to do more than 1 damage per hit with an Infinity Jump. Even if it's a Mega Flash, I'm pretty sure it won't actually matter. Like, even if he's crumpled and you're doing a Mega Flash, I don't think it makes a difference. Anyway, we're just doing this to get the extra coins, because as you can see, getting my shiny jumps and everything, I mean, it costs a lot of money still to buy a bunch of stickers like this, so there's that. Kind of wish I could be getting more excellence here just to do more damage, but oh well. Here comes the fire, we'll just block that easily. Now, if I can get another triple POW block and get more crumpled, that would be great. Or we'll just get the coins, whatever. Or we'll get neither of them. We'll get 2. 2 is better than nothing. I'm just gonna stick with extra hammer damage here. I don't want to waste my Super Boots or my... especially not my POW blocks, because the POW blocks are very important for later. I don't really want to be... oh, that's terrible. No, don't screw up this phase. This is the easy phase. I don't want to be screwing up, though. I don't want to be using my POW blocks or my Flashy Clone... or I guess I could use my Super Boots. They're not as important, really. You think the Super Boots would be more important? They really aren't. Oh, so short. I knew the moment I pressed, I was like, that was too early. That was way too early. Whatever, like I said, we're just trying to rack up extra damage here without really paying that much extra money, because really, if you can get the time down the slots, you don't really need to pay the money that much. There we go, an excellent attack. We're getting him pretty low now, so that's good. I would like to ideally get off a good combo on him beforehand, just so it can make the next few phases easier, because if you do it right, you can really deal some heavy damage to him, so hopefully I can pull that off. There we go. If I can get the crumpled status here, I can do so much damage. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Come on. Come on, crumpled. Oh, here we go. Here we freaking go. If you can get a crumpled status like this on him, you can basically skip a good couple phases of the amount of damage it will do. Just watch. Just watch how much damage. I'm going to use a big shiny clone jump and a flashy jump right now. This is going to hurt. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. He's already up down to 177 health. And we're going to take off another... he's already below 100 health right now. And because he's crumpled, he's actually not going to even get to the next phase right now. So you could actually potentially just stall him out of all of his HP right now by using POW blocks and sort of stun locking him into a phase. I could literally like try to finish him off from here. Not going to do that just because I do want to show off the strategy for getting through the chain chomp phase, but I keep screwing up the hammer. That's not good. But you can literally, if you do things right, you can actually pretty much skip through a lot of phases, because if he reaches 0 HP, Actually, I'm not sure what happens if he reaches 0 HP when he's not even at the end phase. Now I'm kind of curious what happens, but who knows? That's actually a decently good question. Well, if I get a chance to show it off, maybe I will. Let's go for another Power Block thing just for that to potentially happen. Or we'll get the... Okay, I don't want to get the Poison Mushroom here, though. So we'll go for the Poison Mushroom here, though. Okay, well, I got Koi instead. That works. I still get 2. This phase is literally going to be over right now, though. He's literally going to get switched to his next phase at this point. You can literally skip through this entire phase if you do enough damage early on, which is awesome, because this phase does a lot of damage, so it's really nice to be able to skip through this. I'm kind of curious to see what happens if you manage to sort of stun lock him through a phase, though. I'm actually really curious to see what happens. I might actually try to do that off camera, just for funsies. It's really tempting. I might actually give that a legitimate try just for fun. But we'll show this the normal way and then see what happens if we get him to 0 HP. Otherwise, because it's possible. It actually is possible. Anyway, he is at full health here. So now we enter the chain chomp phase. I did want to purposely show this off because it's an interesting phase. It's really vital. There's a trick to get around the chain chomp though. So as usual, it involves the battle spinner though. So if you can get the power block off, it makes it even easier. But it's not necessary. You really just need 2 of these at a time. Which 2 is all I'm getting today, but that's all we need, because here's where we're really going to abuse our Power Blocks. Power Blocks are vital here, because what you can do is use Power Block on the first turn, and use a Flashy Slap Hammer on the second turn. What this will do is hopefully crumple him the first turn, which we actually got the crumple status again, and then, because it's the second sticker, it'll attack the second target, and you can do massive damage to Bowser on top of it. Plus, the perk is you'll actually, only take 1 thing of damage that turn, and it won't be too bad. So we'll just kind of keep doing that rotation on him until he's dead. Now the thing about this phase is you can either drop him to 0 HP, which he does heal to prevent that sometimes, so you kind of have to stun lock him into doing that, or if you do enough damage, he'll just every time you do damage, you'll push him back, and you can actually knock him off the stage and win that way. So one of those 2 conditions are going to happen. But here we can do a ton of damage if we play things right. So come on, give it to me. Power block! Power block! Crumpled, crumpled. No crumple today. But we'll crumple him anyway with this. And then we'll go for some massive damage. I want to show off this Flashy Slap Hammer on the Chain Chomp because you actually can do damage to him by doing that too. Flashy Power Blocks will almost always crumple him too. So lots of damage. Don't forget the Chain Chomp has 100 HP, so he's actually at 158 right now. And then you can knock the Chain Chomp into him like this and deal some extra damage that way. So we're going to block, only take 5 damage, and eventually we will heal up because we do want to do that. But we're just going to continue our Power Block Flashy Slap Hammer barrage here because it really is very effective. And plus, the more you can crumple to him, the more you can... Well, I guess we're not going to do too much damage here, but... Especially if I screw up the attack like that. Oh, well, at least I got the miss. So he's down to about 140 HP here, so... Ha! You fool! So there's that. And, well, let's just go for the Power Block stun again. Alright, let's see if we can actually pull it off. That'd be awesome. Come on. Come on. And we got the crumpled status. Let's finish him off here at this point. Although I don't like the fact that I'm at such low HP, but I will deal with it. So what we're going to do to start here is... I could go the Super Boot, but then the first attack is going to target the Chomp, so it's not really worth it. I'd rather just go Flashy Shell, and then Flashy Slap Hammer, and then the third attack is going to be another Flashy Shell. Because the Flashy Shell will still do a ton of damage, him being crumpled and all. A good 27 damage to his HP. This will hurt a ton. Boom! Taking out a good 48 of his HP here. As you can see, he's almost at the edge anyway. So even if he heals, we're going to knock him off really soon regardless. And that's another 27 HP. He's only at 40 right now. If we play our cards right here, we can actually finish him off this turn. A Flashy Power Block. And unfortunately, I don't have another Slap Hammer, but we'll go with a Flashy Hammer here. So this will still do a ton of damage. Crumple him, and if I can get the attack here, I will win. And I got the excellent, and 35 damage is exactly, I think, enough to kill him, and indeed it is. He's at 0 HP, so he automatically dies. Right now, I'm curious to see what happens if you give him to 0 HP when you're not in that phase, though. That's something I'm definitely going to try to do off camera, like I said. So, that takes care of that phase. I should have healed up beforehand, because my HP is a bit low, but we'll deal with it right now in this phase. We'll get around it, dude. We'll deal. We will deal. So, here we go. I don't know why I called the entire audience dude right now. Never again. Never again. Alright, so this phase has something very particular you have to do. Always make sure you get a guaranteed 2 here. It's very important. If I can get the 3, though, that'd be even better. So I'm going to try to get a 3 here. I'm pretty sure you can't crumple him, so... Oh, I only got the 2. The 3 would have allowed me to heal up, which would have been nice, but... Right now, what we want to do is stack on a bunch of infinity jumps onto him. So a Megaflash and, I don't think he uses his fire first turn, so I feel safe doing this. Here's the plan. His arms have 100 HP each. Right now, we're targeting both of his arms, but you don't want to kill them with one infinity jump. You want to bring them down to about 97, 98, 99 if you really want to be risky. Because any excess damage to his arms after you kill them are transferred to his body, which means the turns after that we can then use infinity jumps to damage his arms another 100 points of damage, which means by killing his arms we can do about 400 health off of his HP bar. This leaves him with just 100. We're only doing 1 damage per attack, but we have a bunch of shiny iron jumps, which will allow us to do 5. That's the most we can do because we can't use hop slippers or anything like that. We can't use the super shiny boots because Kersti will take away the battle spinner when she leaves. So by bringing him down to 100 HP by doing this tactic here, which I'm going to actually make sure I don't screw this up here because it's really vital. But by doing this tactic, you can bring him down to about 100 HP, and that only takes 20 iron jumps to win. We have 2 big shiny 1-ups. So if we use them at the proper time, we can essentially win the match by healing through his damage and just using shiny iron jumps till he falls. It's basically abusing the mechanic of his arms can be jumped on, and the fact that he can take his body takes any excess damage that the arms take. It's a bit cheap, but really considering you don't have a battle spinner and you only do 1 damage per attack and he's spiked, there's really no better option to take him out. So this is the way you beat Bowser without using Kersti, essentially. I mean, if there's another tactic, let me know, because I'm curious, but this is the only one I could really think of that would even work. So we're gonna end it here. We did 98 damage, so we'll go to about 305 here, is the plan. Kind of do the same thing over on this arm now. So it's really vital you get the full dose of the infinity jumps in this, because any damage you don't do during this phase is essentially more iron jumps you'll have to do. And eventually, I mean, he does do a lot of damage. Eventually you're going to lose if you don't really get the maximum of these infinity jumps out on him. It's really vital that you master the infinity jump. Luckily, it's not too hard. These next couple infinity jumps I might go quiet just because these ones I can kind of recover from by making the damage left over, but the next couple will kill his arms immediately, so I have to make it the full 100 on those, or I pretty much make the fight unwinnable. At least of my set. Because really, I don't know if there's really a better way to do this, because the thing is, you don't have enough sticker space to do 300 points of damage to him without, like, you just don't have the health to really, or you don't have the sticker space. You only have, like, what, 105, 120 stickers? So 300 health, plus the 200 you need to get rid of his arms, leaves you, I mean, that easily takes up most of your inventory. You still have to go through 4 phases of normal Bowser before this, so keep that in mind. Anyways, Kersti, being a douche, sacrifices herself, which kills our battle spinner, which kills out most of the strategy and damage we can do. Gee, Kersti, thanks for being a jerk. But that's okay, I'm a strong, independent plumber who don't need no sidekick, so we're not going to bother dealing with her. We'll get past it. I don't need you, Kersti, go away. I don't even like you. Now there is actually an attack where Bowser will burn your stickers with his fire. For the record, by the way, I've tested this out, Kersti cannot be burnt. I've tried it, maybe I'll try to show it at some point just for funsies, but if I have the HP and I can handle it, but yeah. As you can see, no battle spinner now. You have nothing left over. Even if you had 3 in the previous turn, you'll still be left with just 1 this turn. So right now, we flash the infinity jump and finish off another arm. I'm a little bit concerned with my HP, but I can still take a couple hits from him. So I'm going to make sure I get rid of these arms first, and maybe heal next turn if I don't feel safe about it, but I think I should be okay. My HP is a bit concerning, though. I'm going to focus on this, because this is vital I get every single attack on this. If you screw this up, like I said, you pretty much auto-lost the fight. Pressure's on. Feeling the pressure, because it's really good. Maybe I can talk if I talk in rhythm. That's kind of how I'm going to commentate, because sometimes when I talk, I screw up these hop slivers and infinity jumps, and it's really not something I can afford in this fight today. I'm almost done with this one. Look at his health. He's already past half. I can totally pull off this fight if I do it right. So that's 1 arm down. We can still do another extra 100 damage with his current arm, which will leave him at 105, which is exactly all I need for 21 iron jump stickers, which I have more than 21, as you can see here. So I can take another hit from him, so we're gonna go ahead and finish him off with this infinity jump right now. Come on, just need to pull this off, and I've pretty much won the fight. Well, okay, that's not true, because there's one other thing you have to worry about after this fight. So, got to make sure that everything goes well with this one, and then we'll talk about the problems that happen after that. Okay, I'm almost halfway there, come on. Infinity jump prowess is being shown today. I will jump on your arm till you cry, Bowser. Look at that face, though. Look at that facial expression. I'm trying not to look at it because it's very distracting, but you guys don't have to worry about pressing buttons right now, so look at that facial expression, though. Such disgruntled. So constipation. Wow. Making a Doge reference in the middle of an infinity jump. That's how badass I am, or not badass. You take your pick. Alright. Really, at this point, I've done enough damage anyway where I can salvage this, but the full infinity jump, he's left at 105 HP now. 21 iron jumps will seal the victory here. So obviously I need to heal after this phase, because here comes the fire. Now if you don't block that, he will burn your stickers. I'm not showing that off right now because right now I desperately need health. Like, I desperately need health. So HP boost every turn. So this leaves us in good standing here. We'll slowly be able to gain back some HP here. Yeah, we take a lot of damage there, but we heal more if we block correctly. We'll heal more than we're taking. He can't do more than 15 damage a turn. So we're okay now. So here's the problem. Here's where things get tricky. I'm going to demonstrate this right here, actually, and purposely take the full amount of damage. So, Shiny Iron Jump. So we have to use 21 of these, right? The problem is his fire. I'm purposely going to not block this, because as you can see, if you get hit by the fire, you lose the last 3 or 4 stickers in your inventory on that current page. Which means he can potentially burn away more iron jump stickers than I have to do damage with him. Which is why I purposely put some other pages, because I can go through to this main page a lot of the time, but then switch to a page that has more iron jumps on it, or that has other stickers as buffers in between, because he will always alternate between butt stomping the ground in this attack. He'll always alternate between that and burning your stickers. So this turn he is going to burn the stickers. Going to go into a page that doesn't have iron jumps, or a page like this where I have a buffer in case I actually do get hit. So as long as you have a couple buffer pages like this where you can alternate, you don't have to be as scared of the fire. So your actual sticker positioning, because it's not the easiest thing to block, your actual sticker positioning is very, very key in this fight. It actually is vitally important, so keep that in mind as you're doing this. The order that you're actually using your stickers and your actual page setups kind of actually play a role here, which makes this fight even more interesting. Because here comes the butt pound, the butt pound, whatever you want to call it. But that's okay, we're still healing up more HP than we're taking, so I do have a whole nother big shiny 1-up, so that helps. So we still have a buffer on this page, so I don't mind going into this one to deal some extra damage with him. And yeah, I might lose some of these stickers, but I don't care. And hey, we got even more buffer thanks to this. So that's awesome. And as long as we just don't lose iron jumps, we will eventually have enough to take him down. Only another 16 iron jumps will, this is all we're gonna need. Actually, this fight has gone a bit faster. We managed to skip through a lot of the earlier phases a lot faster than I normally get to in this fight, which is really nice because, you know, it saves time in this video. Like I said, I'm really curious to see what happens if you defeat him before getting to the chomp phase. And that is something I am going to actually try to show on camera at the end of this video. Because I think it's interesting, I think it's fascinating. I love seeing what you can do to break the game rules and what happens if you do. So, let's break Paper Mario Sticker Star after this. This seems like a great idea. I wasn't planning this, but I like this idea immensely. So, I'm already over half health, by the way, which is a great position to be in, because now I can make things happen here. So here comes the butt pound. That's okay. Just block all the damage here, and we'll just. How many more turns of this health or regen do I have? None. Okay. So now we're on our own for a bit. I do have actually I have 2 flashy mushrooms left, don't I? I do. I didn't have to use any healing at all in that previous phase. Ooh. I actually was not paying attention to my rotations, and I could have lost 3 iron jumps there. That is not something. I mean, I have extra. That's why you want to bring like 30, so you'll have the extra ones left over. But believe me, you can't take hits too often, or it's just gonna not end up pleasantly for you. So we still have plenty of buffer pages, though. That's all that matters. So we will go ahead and use those buffer pages to our advantage. That being said, if you can block the fire, your stickers will never be burnt anyway. So in the end, it's not even that big a deal. So we're gonna go ahead, pound away at him. Only 9 more to go before we are victorious here. That being said, we are losing health dramatically here, so I am going to purposely go into this page and use another big shiny 1-up. I am actually purposely going to take... Computer just made a weird noise there. I am purposely going to take damage here just to demonstrate Kersti cannot be burned away by Bowser's fire. No matter what you do, she cannot be burned away. Because, you know, he burns more than 1 sticker, so if Kersti could have been burnt, she would have been burnt there, but she can't. So, you know what? Flashy iron jump, because we're just that flashy. Alright, so 8 more left to go here. It's a slow process, yes, but it works. And as you can see, I mean, we have more heal turns than rounds that we need to be victorious. Well, we have exactly enough. So, it's not, I mean, even if 2 big shiny 1-ups, it's still, you need a lot of healing for this fight to work, so make sure you have those big shiny 1-ups. They are vital for the strategy. You need them, or you're not going to win this fight. Honestly, a 3rd one could be good for safety, but you really only need 2 if you play things right. And I do have 2 flashy mushrooms that will also heal me, almost just as, I mean, this do about 150 HP. Oh, thanks for giving me a flashy jump. It's utterly useless for this fight, but, you know, whatever. I actually have a decent buffer here now, thanks to stickers that have dropped from the sky, which is nice, because if you go from the back forward like this, stickers that drop will actually end up becoming buffers for your stickers in case you screw up like I just did, and you will only lose 1 iron jump. Which, as you can see, I have more than enough iron jumps now to be victorious here, so that's good. I'm gonna just keep chunking away at Bowser here, and eventually we will be victorious. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, does the ending change at all if you do not use Kersti in battle? The answer is actually going to be no. It doesn't, in the slightest. I will actually show off the ending up until the credits just to demonstrate that it does not change anything at all. So, all that hard work, really for nothing. Congratulations. None of your fire. Stick your fire, sir. It's getting really obnoxious. I'm up to 69 HP. Alright. So I still have 2 turns of healing, which is actually exactly enough to finish him off here, because he will be done in 2 more turns. So, perfect. So I heal back up to 73 now, slowly gaining HP over time, which is nice. Can use 1 more shiny iron jump here, and next turn we can finish him off. We have more than enough iron jumps on more than enough pages to guarantee that his fire can't delete them all. So we have successfully defeated Bowser. That being said, let's go for some style points here. We're gonna go for style points. Where's my style points? Flashy E-camera. Darn it, I screwed the E-camera. I was hoping I could actually pull off the 5-turn E-camera, but unfortunately, I am terrible at E-cameras. And there's really, I don't want to stop this fight anymore. You know what? We'll just Shining Iron Jump. Goodbye, Bowser. Give me 3 coins. And that is how you beat the final boss without Kersti. Completely, no weaknesses were used at all. Infinity jumps were used, yeah. Honestly, I didn't even need the infinity jump in the thwomp. I could have used 5 hop slippers to finish him off. There's no really reason to. I just sped that process up a little bit. But, as you can see, totally doable. Don't need to use any weaknesses. You do need to use infinity jumps on the final boss. I don't think there's really any way around that. But we've done it, guys, and in less than 30 minutes on top of it. I mean, this episode's long than 30 minutes, but it took me about 3 minutes to get to the fight with all the plot and stuff. So, the fight itself was actually less than a half hour. I'm pretty proud of that when all said and done. So, but wow, hi voice. You've been talking for a while, I know. I'm sorry. Anyway, Princess Peach has been released, and we've beaten the game again, this time without even using our partner, because like I said, we are a strong, independent plumber who don't need no sidekick. This should totally be the title of this video. Anyway, that actually is really I might make that the title of this video. That's pretty hilarious. Not to toot my own horn, but anyway. So far, as you can see, the ending is completely unchanged. Yeah, Kersti's still technically dead. She's still technically in the book, which I guess converting herself to a sticker kills her actual life. Not that she needed to do that. It would have gone actually a lot faster if we had her battle spinner, but, you know, whatever. So we have our world stickers. We're gonna gather all of her plot, 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 plot. We've saved the world. This time without even needing a thing. Mario don't need no things. Mario's a real man. Final Destination, Mario only no items. Or no things. Stickers only. Oh, what is with Nintendo's obsession in stickers making you more powerful anyway? You had that in Brawl. You had that in here. Seriously, Nintendo, are you just a bunch of little children who love stickers? Probably, considering the kind of games you make, and I'm okay with that because I love my inner child too. As you guys know, I'm pretty much, I have my inner child for sure. Anyway, so as you can see, plot is still entirely unchanged because heaven forbid they actually add something new in case you actually have the balls to beat Bowser without using Kersti. Probably because they didn't expect anyone to even try to do that because they just wanted the final boss to be incredibly easy by using Kersti. Hey, you're back again. Oh, you're trying to be a troublemaker. Oh, you're making trouble for everyone. It's the exact same thing, which is just kind of sad. But I have shown it off, so here we go, guys. Paper Mario Sticker Star is officially complete. I've beaten him without doing this. All I'm going to do now is, like I said, I'm going to probably try to go and see what happens if you beat Bowser without, whatchamacallit, without, using or if you can beat Bowser before getting the Chain Chomp phase. I'm curious if that's possible if you can stun lock him long enough. I'm gonna try. It sounds like a fun challenge. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode, and if I can pull it off, I will show that after this. So this is LuckySevenDX, guys, signing out. Thanks for watching Paper Mario Sticker Star. Stay tuned for the closing video next episode where we wrap this project up. It has been a fun one, despite a very flawed game. It still has its charm. You guys have seemed to enjoy this project immensely as well, and I am very grateful for that. So we'll talk more in the closing video, though. For now, this is LuckySevenDX signing out. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. Alright, so we have him under 90 HP, so I think at this point, if I just go ahead, Super Shiny Boot, combined with Megaflash and Fang Jump, we can actually get him under 0 HP here, and we're only in the Womp phase, so I managed to Power Block lock him to under 100 health. Let's see what happens. I'm really curious, so confirming. Oh, that did a lot of damage initially, too. I guess the Mega Flash boosts the first impact. But here we go. If I do another 50 damage, we can see if we can kill Bowser in this early phase here, before he even goes to a different phase. I'm immensely curious to see what's going to happen here. This is new and exciting. I've never seen this happen before. So, what will happen? We're about to find out very soon here. Do we instantly win the fight? Do we skip both the fire and the chain? Ah, You can't drop him under 10 HP. That's what happens. You get a bunch of free coins for it, though, which is kind of hilarious. So there we go, confirmed you can't drop Bowser under 10 HP until you get to the final phase. So that makes sense. That explains a lot. So there we go. I've done what I can, but you can't actually finish him off. Because he's now going to go to his next phase, and he's going to increase his HP by 100. Mario's a boot. He's a boot! He's walking along as a boot! But yeah, you can't actually kill him. Interesting. Okay, so that confirms that story of what happens if you try to kill Bowser. The answer is you can't. I mean, I guess we can try to drop him down while he's crumpled just for funsies. Yeah, I'll keep this in. Why not? We're gonna experiment even more here because I actually crumpled him and get the full combo off. So, never mind. Let's see what happens if we drop under 100 in this phase, just out of curiosity. Because I'm just kicking his butt right now. Might as well keep going. Yep, you can't drop under 10 here. Even if he's crumpled, will he actually go to the next phase, though? That's another thing I'm kind of curious about. Is he just going to stay in this phase until we kill him? Because he's crumpled. Will he still go to the next phase, though? No, he won't. So what happens if we try to attack him in this phase? Let's crumple him again just for shits and giggles. And why not? I'm not needing these right now anyway. So yeah, you just keep getting coins. You can't actually drop him below 10 HP, as you can see. So myth confirmed, like I said. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Then we've pretty much exhausted all the possibilities for this fight. So Bowser, we've beaten up on you enough for one day. So I'll see you guys in the closing video.